Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Unknown Heirs from alphapirates.info, and today I'm going to show you two amazing tools that need to be in every pirate's toolbox. I'm going to start off with winRAR, RAR, however you want to pronounce it. It's a matter of personal preference. But this is how you take files that you download from the internet that look like... Give me just a second here to navigate to a folder that will have something in it that we're looking for. Okay, here is a download of Mario Party 9 for the Wii. And you can see that there's a whole bunch of files here and no real idea of what you should be doing with them. Well, these are archives, specifically winRAR archives. And you can open up any one of these files, and if you have winRAR installed, it'll bring up an interface like this. And basically what it's telling you is that this ISO, or an image of the Mario Party 9, is in all of these files, but the file, it's been split up into multiple smaller files so that it can be easily transferred. Now, files like this don't need to be split up when you're sharing with BitTorrent, but let's say you were going to upload Mario Party 9 to, say, Mediafire, or an online file sharing service such as, like, one of those silly online file sharing services. They have to be a certain size. So the only way to share a large file through one of those services is to split the file up into smaller pieces. And that's where winRAR comes in. Now, to extract this and make it all one file so that it's something usable, just hit the extract to, and it'll pull up this interface. Basically, just browse to where you want the file extracted to, and for instance, I'm just going to leave it at the default, and it's going to extract it to the main file that we were just, our folder that we were just in, and you give it some time to let it extract. Now, while this is extracting, I'm going to talk about the next tool that every pirate should be using, or should at least have access to, and that is a virtual CD-ROM or CD-ROM DVD-ROM emulator. Now, there's a number of different programs that give you access to an emulated DVD CD-ROM drive, but I'm going to focus on one called PowerISO today. And PowerISO is extremely powerful. It can handle just about any CD DVD image, and what it'll do is create a CD-ROM drive. Now, you don't have, that CD-ROM drive isn't a piece of hardware in your computer, it's a piece of software telling your computer that there's a CD-ROM drive when in fact there's not really one there. It's called an emulated drive. Now, my extraction's almost done. I'm going to show you how it works. We've only got a couple more percentages left to get this file extracted, and I'm going to show you what it does. Actually, I'm not going to use this particular ISO because that's not going to help us. It's not going to show us the power of what we're working with. I'm going to show you a different ISO that I have for this purpose. Say I have a ISO image of Windows 7 here, and it's just an image. Unless I burn it to a disk or emulate it in a emulated CD-ROM drive, it doesn't do anything for us. It's just a container that, like I said, has to be burned or emulated. So I'm going to right click on this, select Power ISO, and I'm going to mount image to drive G. Now I'm going to go back to my computer, and you can see that drive G now has a CD-ROM in it. Windows 7 Service Pack 1 x64. So if you open that up, it acts as if the CD-ROM is now in the drive. When in fact we didn't put a CD-ROM into the drive, we just basically told the software to load that CD-ROM image into it. And this is an extremely powerful piece of software, and I can't stress how important it is to have this. Otherwise, every time you download an image, you're going to have to burn it to a CD-ROM or a DVD in order to use it. So instead of doing that, all you have to do is get a CD-ROM, DVD-ROM emulator, and just load it into your emulator, and it can handle any kind of CD-ROM, DVD-ROM image. Again, you just go to PowerISO, and you can either extract the contents or you can mount it to the drive, and we're going to mount it to the drive. Very simple. Now, I've also provided download links to both winRAR and PowerISO in the comments. You can check those out. Again, these are tools that every pirate should have. That's all. Have a good one, guys. Unknown Heirs, alphapirates.net. Info. Stay up.